Hello, I'm Jury Rigged, and this is the Duskers Daily Challenge, September 14th, 2016. Looking at the leaderboard, have some really high scores, so, could be interesting, could be exciting, could be easy. Let's find out. Have Lure, which... okay. One infestation type on a Salvage B. Salvage B means lots of scrap, which is definitely how people got all of that goodie. Good high score. Also, always forget to check. We do have a cannon. Nothing else. And... oh, see, this is really bad. This is really bad. Doubly so because I can't actually check any of the rooms I'm adjacent to. Open to D11 and see what happens. Current concern, with one infestation type, my current concern is slime. Well, that's fantastic. I don't know with how with this loadout someone got 1,000. Okay, well that would be how. Lots of scrap. And a turret. So, this may be the crux of... okay, so that's really bad. Scan as well, actually. How much more of the ship did I get? Not much, really. So I don't think it's really worth staying in that room. Really what I'm going to have to do... this is going to be kind of a silly idea, but just as an effort to risk as little as possible... well, actually, as an effort to risk as little as possible, I should do this with Drone 3, shouldn't I? This is the safest way that I can risk as little as possible. No baddies. I still don't know what it is. It could be slime. Two has the scan. So, good run so far. Still no turrets. Now, this could actually be a really bad idea, but... Okay, R3 I can do without. Whew, that could have been bad. R4 was clear. Right? Yes. If it's swarm... Okay. It's jumpers. So, I have very little threat now. The turret will be able to take care of them in relatively good order. So... Yeah. Now I have my answer. I have scan. Can't really do much of anything there. And I have jumpers, which I can handle with a turret. So, turret isn't my first choice, but it's better than a mine. They are affected by lures, so that's handy, but not really necessary. It also means that I can leave Drone 3 here now, take the turret, and just go room by room. Two has the turret, right? It's not updating properly, so I'm kind of worried about that. That is permanently installed, so that's not going to help me much. That's okay, and then I can get into that room, and then I'm going to have to get... Uh-oh. Oh, no. I can't get into R5. Oh, no. Oh no! I'm stuck. Oh, that sucks so bad. My Xbox just heard me. Because R5 powered R5, R4, and R6. And I can't get to the rest of the ship. I don't have a D3. I don't know if there's an airlock 3. But I can't assume. It doesn't let me dock at an airlock 3 which makes no sense. I never agreed with that mechanic. So there's really nothing else I can do. The only option I have is to take my generator drone, take Tim through R3. And that is not going to work. Period. It's not worth it. It's not... No. Just no. Oh, man. That's going to be a lot of damage, and... No. That door 22 would be open too long. Radiation would get into R5, and I wouldn't have any way to deal with that. So, unfortunately... Oh man, that sucks. Unfortunately, that means I'm cut off from the rest of the ship. And that's a lot that I'm going to be missing. If I had remote power, I would be fine, but I don't. So I guess that's got to be it. Mystic, it's only 3 rooms. It is 3 rooms. D6, 17, and 16 go into a room. D13 goes into a different room. So that's at least 2 rooms. At least 2 rooms that I can't reach. And... man, that's terrible. I don't know if there's a door 3 or if there's an airlock 3. But again, it doesn't matter. I do think the game should show you all airlocks to begin with, even if it doesn't show you the rooms they're attached to. Because you're outside of the ship, you should be able to see all airlocks. But it doesn't matter. I can't get to a generator, even if I could. Well, if I could, then I would open it up, and I've got the turret. But unfortunately, with R3 blocked off, I can't get to that generator, and that's going to be it. Oh man, that sucks. 980, definitely not top score. There's at least 5 more scrap on the ship, because the top score right now is 1080. Man, that makes me angry. But overall, a good run. Didn't take any damage. Got a lot of scrap. 980 is a very high score. Not many challenges even let you get that high, let alone giving you an opportunity to get that high. So, unfortunately, run cut short by radiation. If you were in campaign, you would want a shield that blocks radiation. At the very least, you could temporarily solve that problem. Unfortunately, getting in or out of an area at that point is going to irradiate whatever area. You're not going to be able to close it off quickly enough, is what I mean. So you're gonna irradiate the ship in the effort to get to one generator, basically. And depending on your circumstances, that may be something you can deal with. If I had that kind of shield, I could have gotten into R5, and at the end of the run, gotten back in through A1 quickly. Usually, unless you have the recharging shield, I don't know how long it'll last. I don't have a lot of experience using that shield. I do have one in my campaign run, but I just have not used it much. I try not to use a shield. I try not to rely on it. I try to use other methods to circumvent enemies and get around them, which is what circumvent means, so I guess that's redundant. But anyway, overall a good run. I'm happy with the score. It wasn't the high score, but I did the best that I could. Again, didn't take any damage, and that's my number 1 priority. Turret was very effective in this run, and if it had been Swarm, it would not have worked as well. Not nearly as well. But it was Leaper, and that's good for this time. Or at least it didn't hurt. So, I do hope you enjoyed it, and have a good day.